So I'd like to start off my speech with a basic question, which is quite fitting considering today's theme. Who here has ever wanted to be a superhero? Can you get a show of hands? Okay, nice to see, nice to see. When we're children, we dream. Some about pink fluffy unicorns, others about rodeo horse riding. But for most of us, it's about attaining something. Maybe it's getting elected as the Prime Minister of Canada, or even just getting recognized as a superstar YouTuber on the streets. Or, on the tamer side, even just becoming a teacher. So let me ask that question again, but with a little addition to it. Who here still believes that they can be a superhero? We got a confident bunch over here, but I can see that there are less hands that are raised. So why is that? When we're children, we have an unwavering passion for any activity at all that appears in front of our starry eyes. It's really just an opportunity for discovery, life as a whole. And we dive into activities wholeheartedly, whether it's exploring the outdoors, creating art, or even just acting out our favorite characters from a movie. It's just an opportunity for us. It's a whole wide sea of opportunities. But as you can see, this confidence and this imagination, this will to participate in any activity at all, this changes over time. So why? When I was a child, I had many dreams as well. I wanted to write stories of my own, of fantastical worlds that I could escape to live lives that were not mine. This stemmed from my love for reading. I loved sinking into one of those blue beanbag couches and then just have a good book with me that I could immerse myself into for hours and hours without end. The feelings that I couldn't express with my own voice were now in different ways. They came out through the strings of words that were narrating the lives of my fictional characters. Following these reading sessions and these writing sessions, I would be in this mode of just, writing is really comfortable, writing is a calming activity, and it just made me feel happy. But one day, I stopped. Reading just wasn't at the top of my head, and I don't remember exactly why or how that happened. Maybe I simply outgrew it. Maybe I just had no time to read. Or maybe I just never made time for an activity that I had once adored. Because really, reading is for nerds, and I didn't want to be a nerd. Because nerds weren't cool, and I wanted to be cool. I wanted to fit in. I began giving up more and more things that I once excelled at and loved. Most notably, I turned away from swimming. Due to my poor body image and my fear of participating in such an unappealing sport, I stepped out of water in the pool completely. One by one, I gradually hid pieces of myself away behind a mask until I was left with only what society deemed conventionally desirable. Until I couldn't recognize the face I was looking at in the mirror. I had abandoned what had once brought me happiness for the sake of adulthood. But one day, sometime last year, when I was cleaning through my shelves, very surprising, I know, I found something that piqued my eye. A book. And so I picked it up, not for the sake of coursework or anything related to academics, but just for myself. Artemis Fowl, my childhood favorite. Land of Stories, Harry Potter, The School for Good and Evil. Books I had read maybe about 50 times each and had yet hid away. I finally remembered exactly why I had loved reading so much. How could I have given up the joy of venturing through the different worlds, through the different pages in my hands? Why did this perception of other people, why did it matter? You see, we all tend to lose touch with the things that we loved as children. The social pressures of adolescence and the professional pressures of adulthood squeezes the passion out of us. And the thing is, we are taught that the only reason we should do something is if we're rewarded for it. So this transactional nature of the world inevitably stifles us and makes us feel lost. Like another esteemed TEDx speaker, Sir Ken Robinson, stated in his own speech, children are wonderfully confident in their own imaginations. Most of us lose this confidence as we grow up. And that's pretty hard-hitting. If my 8-year-old self were here with the stage beside me right now, and if she asked me, why do you not read anymore? Why don't you swim anymore? Why don't you write anymore? And if I replied, because I'm not good at it. Because I can't make money doing that. Or because no one would read what I write. Not only would I have been completely wrong, but the 8-year-old version of me would have probably started crying. The 8-year-old versions of us, they didn't care about body image, about how much money you can make, or about being highly ranked on social media. They just wanted to play. And that's where passion always begins, with a sense of play. It's so important, crucial, that none of you here give up on your dreams, on your passions, because those are what will stick with you throughout your lives. They are what will uplift you during times of darkness when you are overwhelmed by the pressures of society and of adulthood. I, myself, have taken up reading again. And as of now, I'm trying my best to reignite my passion for writing, my superpower. And of course, swimming is another passion that I'm trying my best to rediscover, despite the insecurities that once held me back. Because yes, as we age and traverse new walks of life, we do realize what it means to grow up. We do realize what it means to face challenges, to face consequences, to feel stressed out of our minds. But still, our dreams and our passions that we all harbored as children, they are not to be abandoned. They are what make us who we are at our core. So I implore you today, don't leave your passions and your past dreams locked away forever. Open up that drawer in that dusty corner in your mind and reach for that one thing that you've lost. It could be anything, a childhood TV show, a hobby, a passion for singing, a dream to become a writer. It's up to you to determine. But reaching the stars can only happen after you've taken that first step to unlock your own box. You see, the title of my speech is The Secret to Becoming a Superhero, again, with the word superhero being used in a more metaphorical sense. Because really, what's more valuable than having a superpower or being a superhero? It's just having those passions. Because really, the passions that we have, the activities that we can rely on during our darkest and yet enjoy in our free time, they are what will be with us throughout our entire lives. So don't lose them. Don't be afraid to search for them, to really just reclaim them. Because maybe when we were children, the superheroes that we dreamt of becoming, the ones that we looked up to, maybe we had those same superpowers in ourselves the whole time. So I guess the real question I want to ask you all today is not just what have you given up on or what childhood passions have you lost? Rather than that, I want to ask you all, what have you yet to rediscover? Because who are superheroes if not the individuals who dare to dream? And what are their superpowers if not the passions that drive them forward? You all have that within you, so reclaim it. Use that power within you to rewrite your own story and believe in yourself. So just think about it for a little bit. What could you do in 1 year, 6 months, 1 month, 1 week, tomorrow, or even just tonight? What childhood passions lie within you, waiting to be unleashed? And what is that one dream that you have kept locked in your box? What have you yet to rediscover? Thank you.